this short film, filmmaker Emir Kumova is highlighting the discrimination that people of color with albinism experience. Set in America and inspired by real-life events, War of Colors revolves around the daily struggles of Rue, a young black woman with albinism, a rare inherited genetic condition that causes little or no pigmentation in their eyes, skin, or hair. Take a look.
I think that's one of them albinos.
Do you think it's contagious?
I have never been called the N-word. However, I have been asked to say it to prove that I'm black.
Joining us now is actress and model Diandra Forrest, who plays Rue, and Emir Kumova, writer, director, and producer of War of Colors. Thank you both so much for joining us. Emir, let's start with you. This is not something that people talk about very often. I'm curious what inspired you to make such a hard-hitting film about an African-American woman with albinism?
Yeah, definitely. Initially, I wanted to make a film from a personal standpoint, and two incidents I went through inspired me for the topic. First one is having vitiligo, which is different than albinism, but it's a skin disorder where your pigments die and you have white patches on your skin. And the second incident was I witnessed a black person with a lighter skin tone being called not real black by a white person and a black person on two different occasions. So combining these two, I came up with this topic and wanted to turn it into a film.
Diandra, is this something that you had ever thought that, I'd really love to do a film about this?
Oh, absolutely. Through my whole modeling career, I have been big on advocacy for people with albinism. So when Emir came to me with the opportunity, I just knew it's something that I had to jump on board. And
Emir, in several countries, men and women with albinism are attacked and dismembered in some cases because some people believe their body parts have medicinal value. In the U.S., albinism is rarely an issue of life and death, but it can dramatically affect the way that people are treated. In creating this film, how did you address the lack of knowledge that often leads to stigmatization?
Yeah, I thought the best way to address that would be hearing the issue from a person with albinism, which ended up being Diandra's character. And I actually gave the character like a 3-minute monologue to be able to just give her voice and talk about all these issues. We were talking with Diandra while writing the script too, and we wanted to make sure we included the situations outside of the U.S. that you just mentioned to be in the film.
And as we've mentioned a bit, being a person with albinism does come with constant stares, stigma, stereotypes, and discrimination, which your character in particular confronts at a slam poetry session. We have a clip of that. Let's take a look.
Being black in America is a protest. Being black in America with white skin is revolutionary, but only because I refuse to fold to the insults and the fear that trap my character. I don't live in your America. I live in no man's land, where beasts and ghosts and villains and powder-colored freaks roam.
That's really powerful. Describe how you ultimately became more comfortable in your skin.
Well, I think it had a lot to do with looking beyond my skin and really just finding myself, things that I liked about myself, about my personality.
I would imagine that it came with some kind of sense of self when you got signed, the first woman with albinism to get signed to a major model deal. What would your messaging be to young kids who are just trying to fit in, whether it's albinism or something else? What would you say?
My message is really just be yourself. Be yourself, because there is no box to fit in. So what are you really trying to fit into? Be who you are, love who you are, and that should be more than enough.
And Emir, there is some Oscar buzz around this. When you set out doing the film, were you thinking, hey, this has the potential?
Not really, but it's really exciting that it's happening, because obviously our goal is to reach a wider audience and really raise awareness and give voice to the community and hopefully contribute to the cause to make life easier for people with albinism.
Diandra and Emir, we thank you both so much for joining us. War of Colors will be available to view for select audiences.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.